Ada ah, bohong-bohong. Selamat siang. Ada ah, bohong-bohong. Tuh ada, bohong, Said bohong. Di malam yang Bang lapar, beli makan sendiri. Di siang yang cerah ini kita akan menabung untuk membeli yang hijau-hijau. First, kamu tidak yang pertama Bang Said. Tadi sudah live jam 8. Kamu telat. Jam 8, jam 10. Kamu telat Bang Said. Penonton telat. Tadi sudah tadi sudah HSR. Cara ngumpulin Primogen gimana? Bisa mancing. Hmm, udah daily quest lu. Agar tidak ini, agar tidak terlalu sepi. Anjir, yang ASR loading cepet banget. Ini jadi lama banget anjir. Fuck bro.
wind knows me.
Rain outlines your
Freeze.
Our bond is strong.
One with nature.
No, my sword.
Dodge this.
Stand with me.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
No, my sword.
Salah mulu.
Cool it. One with nature.
Our bond is strong.
Into the wind. Dodge this.
Witness the power of Gopa.
Cool it.
Ya, belum buka.
to go.
Oh. Oh. Ah, salah nih. Baru mulai. Sejarah.
Time to act.
Oh.
The wind knows
Rain outlines your fate.
freeze. One with nature. Cool it. This mold will be frozen in time. Dodge this.
No, my sword.
The wind knows me. What's the hurry?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers. Thank you for complete.
Dadadadad, dadadadad. HP gue mana?
told us about.
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima. Tejima has protected this place ever since here, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji. You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me?
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore. But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving,
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
This looks like Teijima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to...
Will, gimana ya? Oh,
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
ada shortcutnya apa?
That Tejima visited a lot? The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda
What the hell?
Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
Bahasa apa ini?
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me, too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting, anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret everything I felt for her. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if, I think, maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Committee. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one in the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But what? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has
to say. I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was... My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently...
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth, but we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder. Now, you demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Apa nih?
You're open! Try! I got careless.
Enggak.
There goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully
The
with
hell?
valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
Kenapa tiba-tiba kirim?
Got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh? What the?
Woi yo.
There's
Ay
nothing in here but
yo.
IOUs.
Yeah.
Bang
A
Garok.
lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out
Bang
to the
Garok jangan
owner
ini
of a
sama
general
Paimon.
goods store.
No.
A Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk
Dia-
to this Miss Aoi and get to the
Ini
bottom
cuma
of this.
makanan. No,
As
jangan
for you guys,
jangan
you're free to
nganu
go.
sama makanan.
Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
No.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does
Tapi
that
enak
mean
juga
we
ya.
broke even?
Paimon
Shut it.
tebus.
Let's just get out of here.
Demennya Paimon. No way. Bang Garok. Kok demennya Paimon? Sama Nahida dong. Iya, harusnya dia bisa belinya lagi.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Wow,
Whoa,
punya
let's not get
hutang.
ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Hmm.
But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough,
Di ini,
especially after such long and
di
careful
tempat
planning.
yang masak-masak itu.
So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the
Weh,
emergency
pagi Bang
provisions at
Taufan.
his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he
Welcome,
did.
welcome.
They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe... Of course, I'm sure there would still... As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it's most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have...
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never... Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
Bahan paimon rebus
Buy
anjing.
anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity.
Satu
Wouldn't you
paimon
agree?
segar.
Don't worry.
Dua
I won't
cabai
charge
merah.
much for information
Oh,
about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly
Bentar.
confidential anyway.
Aduh.
Oh, let me think. 2,000 more should be a fair price.
Bawang merah. 5 sama 4 ketukar tuh bang. 5 sama 4 ketukar tuh. Oh 5 buah. 3 bawang merah 5 buah. 4 bawang putih 3 buah. 5 bumbu merica monster. 6 bubuk cabai dari liwe. 7 sayur mayur segar dari sumber. Kacau lu bang. Gar. Aduh.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his
Bahan
possession.
paimon rebus.
Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Di Google ada nggak bang? Aku mau save ininya. Aku mau save resepnya. Salah. Aku ingin resep lengkapnya. Anjir. Tata cara masaknya: 1. Rebus air. 2. Masukkan sayur mayur yang tadi. 3. Masukkan. 4. Masukkan apa tuh? Masukkan bumbunya. 5. Ini yang paling sulit. Suruh paimon berendam di kualinya. Nggak tahu kayak mandi caranya. Kacau. Tapi pas paimon masuk kuali, suruh lepas baju dulu apa jangan? Ini samurainya. Apa samurai?
What are you doing here all by yourself?
No, paimon
Where
rebus.
did you go?
Bagaimana
I
cara
was
kita
in a
menangkap?
bit of a
Oh,
choice.
di itu kan ada kuali
Either they
gede
left
no.
or I drew my
Di
They left. It turned out to be
Aduh.
a real time saver,
tempat yang
actually.
pedang-pedang itu.
Perhaps I should start using it more often.
Terus tutup lah.
Did you manage to
Pakai
track
tutup
down the treasure
kualinya.
hoarders?
Apalagi?
Everything I
Ada kuali yang gede di
That just
tempat
about sums it up.
kuburan pedang.
Turns out that you really
Gas
were
pakai itu.
distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense this sword
Suruh
was
Siang
once
Ling
wielded by
masak
my
kan
father.
dia
I remember once when I
penasaran
was
juga
young,
Reza. What the
I
hell?
wanted to
Emang
sneak
iya?
out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act
Ya
and
bang, gue belum
scolded
sampai
me
situ bang.
severely.
Waduh.
What did he say?
Siang Ling.
I can't seem to remember that either.
Oh, ya.
It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling
Harus
me
paimonnya
that this
tapi
blade bore
sepertinya
his
harus
life's creed.
disisik-sisik dan
Before he
disasak-sasak.
passed away, he placed the sword in my hands.
Di awal game kan, iya iya iya. Dia bilang yang terbang ini bisa dimasak.
And said to me,
Kacau si yang Link.
with this sword, you should.
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt.
Lu dapat resepnya
Can
dari
you
mana,
recognize
Bang?
the words?
Virtue
Keren
and
banget.
justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition
Resep
after all.
anak kos. Oh, anak kos biasanya makan paiman ya.
But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry.
Bahannya
and
aja
regretting them of
dagingnya
my blade.
bebas.
I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
Bang, aku telat gak, Bang? Kamu telat melewatkan resep paimon rebus dari Bang Garok. Bang, ini game 4-0. Lu, otak lu. Otak lu 4-0. Silakan sebuah visit sepertinya bukan urusan salah seperti.
Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a
Karakter
terrible
paling disukai
experience.
apa Bang di Genshin? Nahida, bro, karena Nahida adalah teman gua. Teman gua.
Fortunately for us, you don't
Nahida
have
itu
a vision.
teman ini gua. Teman SD gua dulu 200 tahun yang lalu lah. 200 tahun yang
Let's
lalu.
go find the next poor
Oh,
soul.
yo, serigalanya. Serigala. Apa sih? 200 tahun yang lalu, anjir. Sekarang mah udah 1700 tahun. 17.000. Maksudnya ini 170. Kok turun aja. Wah, kacau, Manggaro. Tahu nih, Bang. Aduh. Jadi pusing gua. Pusing karena dikasih resep paimon rebus.
The third person who had their
Salting gara-gara
vision
Nahida
taken is supposed
lemot.
to be a famous sword master
Langsung
around these
masak.
parts.
Emang iya? Lemot? Emang Nahida lemot?
Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo
Gua
Shisui art.
waktu itu jarang
Sounds
ini sih.
pretty impressive.
Jir, siapa ini? Rangga Warrior.
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Oh. Lah kagak, Jir. Nahida teman gua, apaan sih? Bang Garok.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei
Nahida
will be
teman
fine.
gua.
Those
Teman
thugs that
SD,
chose
teman
the
SD.
dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about
Bang
him.
Garok salah sangka. Dulu tuh 200 tahun yang lalu Nahida itu nggak percaya.
Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him.
Dulu temen gua
This
itu
time, though,
waktu SD sempat sekelas setahun doang. Untukku aja ya Bang, Archon sawinya.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once
Orang
the
temen
exorcism has taken place,
temen
he'll be
gua
right
mah
as
nggak
rain
bakal
in no
milih
time.
lu. Udah masak ini, masak lala terbus. Ini juga, aduh, kacau lah. Nggak bakal demen. Gua kan temennya. Jadi tahu lah, tahu.
Who are you?
Nah, rebus, wow. Gua rebus.
I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
Lah,
Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
takutnya diancam, Le. Kita diancam. Aduh, diancam. Emang bisa Navia Nahida direbus. Ya muat, kualinya gedein lagi. Ini dia kacau. Mau berhadapan dengan
You got it so wrong.
Trailblazer.
We just came here to.
Navia yang mana anjir?
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo, but then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert.
Yang pakai senjata shotgun. Navia, senjata shotgun.
You haven't arrived at the best of times,
Nah,
I'm
yang ini
afraid.
bukan sih.
Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, but then,
Not long ago, Sensei he says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that but if I'm honest, I still have...
The Grand Narukami Shrine?
you haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the... So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and...
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Wah, benar kan? Coba yang ini bukan? Bukan. Yang mana karakter yang pakai shotgun anjir? Gear gaming. Oh ini. Kamu pakai shotgun ya? Canon. Oh. Ulti ya? Dah.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei one of his fits of mad just now when Nanako was attending to him. She heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water.
Loh,
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
dong.
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! Let's go!
How did you... Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You see...
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I'm sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui art, will do our best to help you.
Sure. After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Anjir, jauh banget. Wah,
Time to go. Into the wind.
Body and mind. Rain outlines your fate.
One with nature.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
The insolent shall
The
be
wind
punished.
knows.
No, my sword!
Freeze.
Pertinent fool.
One with nature.
Gone! Mercy!
Don't get frostbite.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Rain cutter!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Winter shall eventually come.
Ah!
ini mana? Nggak jelas. Selesai ya? Ya, ya salah. Susah banget kayak gini.
Rain outlines your fate.
Wind strike.
Where are you? Huh?
Dodge this.
Dissipate. I'll settle this. Transgression.
One with nature. Freeze. This moment will be frozen in time. Into the wind.
Your body belongs to ice and snow.
How fortunate. wind knows me. Into the wind. One with nature.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Lanjut. Berat.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
Ada jalan yang lebih cepat nih.
Into the wind.
Aduh, hai. Ada tangga, mantap. Ada tangga loh. What?
Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder Junya was so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yi, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Quest
Lady
Archon lang.
I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of
Archon
greatest
Gak
swordmaster
tahu
in
sih,
the
pokoknya yang
world.
jelas paling
It
atas lah.
requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters,
Padawi bohong.
to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
Ternyata gue mau selesaiin ini
It's
dulu.
all my fault. Father,
Terus
Sensei,
lanjut
Onsai.
apa main quest.
Huh? Isn't that Onsai?
Main quest KSR aja dah. Soalnya tiga hari
Follow us
lagi.
the whole way here?
Ngeri banget.
Onsai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. but I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you
Kan udah
have a
gue
great
bilang,
number
tapi
of worthy
bohong.
disciples.
Makanya tonton sampai habis.
I'm sorry to have
Tonton
made
sampai
you worry for me and for the
habis.
state of Mikyoshi.
Guanya ini yang sekarang.
I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world.
Dicek dah tuh.
The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again.
Malas.
But I am now
Ya
used
lu
to the life
malas,
of a
gua mah
wanderer.
enggak.
I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will
Tanggung
simply
banget,
stop by once in a while
Tuan
to make sure
lagi
you
itu
aren't
bang.
cutting any
Orang udah
corners with them.
75.
Well, don't just stand there
Katanya
staring at me.
10.
Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get
Harus
yourself
10,
back
harus
home.
10. Biar jadi berapa tuh? 85. Iya kan? Iya benar.
So even though his ambition was taken away,
Harus 10, harus 10 full.
take it over on his
Biar
behalf. Guess that
biar
sort
jadi
of solves
ini
this one.
orang keren.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my
Udah pernah
intuition
redeem
was
code belum bang?
correct.
Redeem
The
code yang
wind
mana?
that blows from afar
kemarin.
carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
Banyak.
She seems super mysterious. We can come back to it in...
Oh udah. Anjay, selesai. Dan gak dapet tuh. Dan gak dapet ini. Ada yang waktunya gak terbatas. Kalau nggak salah udah banyak. Jangan hoax kamu Bang Rokafela. Ya udah dicobain aja coba. Kasih gua ini. Oh, kode HS. Nggak tahu kalau itu. Lembek banget. Senggol doang. Gacha bang. The hell, Serapin. Belum ya? Belum. No, 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 tidak, tidak gacha, tidak gacha. Sebentar lagi hijau-hijau. Sebentar lagi hijau-hijau. Yes. Ada hutau juga, Bang. Aku nggak mau yang merah-merah. Nggak mau yang hitam-hitam. Aku hanya ingin yang hijau-hijau. Ah, masih. Wah, bentar, 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 bentar. Dia juga dapat. What the hell? For real? Ini orang juga dapat anjir. Ntar gimana sih? Like, rincian teman. Aduh, hai. Ternyata nih orang juga dapat. Kacau. Kenapa? Nah, dah. Aduh, karena ini sudah kelar. Karena ini sudah kelar, kita akan berpindah lagi untuk eh, menabung lagi. Menabung, nabung. Jadi, tadi toxic banget namanya. Siapa? Aku tidak lihat. Aku tidak lihat apa-apa. Sabar bang, sabar bang. Lah, ini mana? Oh ini. Ah, akan pindah. Astaga. 한줄내진두걸레의 지남 주의력주의하니 사랑 There's not I don't need calling anyone to you going up to me that one. I wake up kinda high and I wake kinda cool. Mana gamenya? Sabar. lagi ganti judul. Nanti nanti ada yang bilang, woi, itu judul kagak sama kayak di video. Ah, streamer ngibul. Lanjut menabung. Honkai. Nah, hot. Hmm, Honkai. Nah, lanjut. Ini nggak punya bisa kagak? Ya udah. Ini dia. Mana gamenya? Ini dia gamenya. Coba-coba. Awake kana high, awake kana cool. Apakah kita loh? Betul dia punya aceran. Masih bisa. Anjir. Bang Rapavela. Mana nih Bang Rapavela? Ya, orangnya hilang. Ya, orangnya hilang. Bang Rapavela mana Bang Rapavela? Tadi gua mungkin Yes. Cuma dua tapi. Mau gacha yang mana Bang? Bisa satu. Gas spesial. Langsung tiga-tiganya kah? Langsung tiga-tiganya kah? Habis. Selamat. eh SE2.
Every star is a miracle.
Bau banget. Parah banget. Parah banget. Udah gue gacain juga. Baru sampai mana sih? Pencurian di luar kegelapan. Ya kan maksudnya akunnya bau banget. Bau. Ini bau nih. Ini bau nih. Nih, ini bau nih. Hah. Udah balik ke main akun. Aceran bau, aceran. Aceran bau Bang Rockefeller. Cobain kode redeem, Bang. Apa kode redeem?
Here it is. You see, you're pretty sharp. Stellar on corrosion. What's going on? Great. This gate won't open either. We've kept the Master Diviner waiting. No doubt she'll blame unreliable Jinja for messing up once again. I knew I'd offended that Diviner. That's why she sent this girl to help.
Miss Jingchi, if you don't mind, may I take a look?
Huh? Oh, no need. Actually, I was just being polite. I don't see why not. Let me show you. This thing is pretty fun.
Wih, baru. Minigame baru. Baru lihat sebenarnya. Gimana ada mas? Oh. Nah, terus? Nah. Gak geser modul kombinasinya masih dengan daftar. Oh. Oh, ya.
Wow, you're amazing, Mr. Yang. You handled that
Okay.
well for an outsider. I officially hand over the title of Keeper of the Loafing Gate to you. Anyone here surprised? Anyone?
Here comes trouble.
Can't we run around to them for
There's no time to lose. Answer me.
The measure of truth and falsehood.
Feeling spiffy?
Zero place.
Kalau mati, ngapain nih?
The test.
Every step is just a part of the adventure.
Buset. Enggak ada itu. Oh, hilang. Tadi ada. Wow. Ya udah kirim WA aja bang.
Like a shadow. Answer me. Lost to lose. The test. Knowledge, the measure of truth.
Untung bisa ditinggal.
That's what I call a good day.
Cek APK hijau bang. Lah APK hijau mah buat beli-beli. Wih, ada. Wow. Lagi. Wow. Wow. Ya. Ya. Wow. Lah, anjir, ngekeren. Ngak. Waduh, kamu dapat kodenya dari mana, Bang Rokafe? Waduh, Bang Rokafela. Waduh, Bang Rokafela ini nemu kode dari mana ini? Aduh, mencurigakan sekali nih. Kok nggak ada ini ya? Gamenya langsung crash nih, Bang Rokafela. Dapat kode dari mana kamu, Bang Rokafela? Waduh, kacau. Tadi udah sampai mana? Oh, ya itu. Tadi masukin kode, tiba-tiba nge-crash. Waduh, kacau. Kode berbahaya. Udah sampai mana tadi? Ini udah. Oke. Gila. Ini kayaknya udah deh. Star Rail gift kayaknya udah. Lah, belum. Wow. Udah dikasih juga. Ya masa sampai ini. Sampai nge-crash. What the? Real? Hell no. Kode rahasia. Ya, sudah keluar ya. Anjir. Isinya apa aja? Udah aja. Kacau, Bang Rockefeller. Aku kena scam. Parah. Teman baru. 4 jam. 2 jam. 1 jam. Ini nih Bang Rockefeller. Baru aceron yang GG. Apa ya? Bentar. Udah nggak bisa. Udah nggak bisa Bang Rockefeller. Kodenya sudah terpakai. Kamu memberikanku kode ini aja. Kode sudah terpakai. Ngasih kode yang udah dipakai nih. Aduh, kacau.
Can you find the answer?
Dikasih harapan palsu. GG. Berarti
Just as my calculations predicted.
Berarti gue udah bisa nambah relik. Let's go. Siapa suruh udah dipakai? Lah. Lo yang ngasih kodenya. Mana gua tahu udah dipakai apa belum? Retret aja kali ya. Retret mana ini? Wih, mantap nih. Fire damage. Kok fire? Attack speed. Aduh, kenapa di fire damage? Win. Gila. Kenapa yang bagus-bagus? Aduh, ini harusnya buat face show nih. Face show belum pulang. Nggak pulang-pulang. No. Paling ini sih. Ini. Pack ya. Ada yang crit damage. Ini paling attack crit rate. Kayak ini dulu kali ya. Itu artinya suruh grinding yang halal. Oh, yang ngasih kodenya lo. Berarti lo yang maksa gue untuk mencarinya. yang ngasih kode siapa? Yang kasih kode siapa? Yang suruh redeem siapa? Ayo. Ya anjir. Oh, keren, nggak crash. Ini balik. Anjir. Yang suruh cari kode redeem siapa? Yang ngasih kode redeem siapa? Siapa yang suruh redeemin kode-kode yang sudah dikasih? Oh, itu kau bukan? Kacau. Apa nih? Ya kan nyoba bang. Aduh. Task. Lah ini pintu depan. Ntar di sana ada apa?
I'm sorry, the Cloud Knights have orders from the Master Diviner to secure the Commission's safety. The area up ahead is temporarily closed. I'm sorry, the Cloud Knights have orders from the
Tempat itu di mana ya? Healing, gue butuh healing. Gue mau healing dulu. Lah ini bukannya tempat ini.
This is the Matrix of Prescience, a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal. It's the pride and joy of the Divination Commission.
We've heard the term Jade Abacus a few times now. Would you mind explaining what it is, Miss Qingque?
A Jade Abacus is just... a Jade Abacus. That's a good question, Mr. Yang. It might take me a minute to give you an answer. The book, Glimpses into the Beyond, describes it as living jade engraved with symbols for just like engraving a seal. The craftsmen of the Xianzhou Artisanship Commission carve faint symbols into pieces of jade. Some jade abacuses are small enough to fit inside bracelets and jewelry. We put the bigger ones into instruments of calculation, so we can simulate the future and take the matrix of prescience here as an example. As long as sufficient information is provided, it can answer questions on anything, from the evolution of natural phenomena to the metabolism of living things. They say the theory behind the symbols was handed down by Noose, the Wisdom Walker. The principles are so profound that in the Divination Commission,
only the Master Diviner truly understands them.
Seems like it, but Jade Abacus does sound a lot better. Besides, ordinary computers don't have cool backstories. Technology handed down from Noose. Huh. Even in Madame Herta's space station, I never saw anything related to Noose.
Anyway, don't dwell on names. As long as the machine works, what does it matter whether it's a Jade Abacus or a computer? Just like today, would it have mattered if Baichue had brought you here instead of Qingchue? It makes no difference at all. We're almost at the Matrix of Prescience core. The Master Diviner should be waiting.
Komputer raksasa.
Diviner Fu, how are things progressing?
We're fluctuating between the heaven and thunder trigrams. A step forward bridges no distance hence.
And for those who don't speak Fushen?
It's an utter disaster. How's that for a divination commission, Fortune? The Matrix of Prescience has stopped operating, and the symbols have dimmed. There are Stellaron spirits wreaking havoc inside the commission, and the Cloud Knights are struggling to protect civilians. I want to restore the Matrix of Prescience, but I have no forces available. And on top of all of that, General, we still have to deal with the Stellaron Hunter you handed to us. If that's not...
But your Fushen, the seer, the boundless, omniscient, bringing luck and avoiding misfortune is your strong suit.
Jingyuan tidak punya hidung kah?
You don't need to flatter me, General. It's natural for fortune to fluctuate. There's no escaping it.
Terlihat seperti tidak punya
The
hidung
Divination
aja.
Commission simply does its best to uncover the good and the bad and then make the right decisions. We have no magical means to turn the tide.
And that is precisely why we need you in charge. When it comes to handling clairvoyant Stellaron hunters, who better than Fushen the seer? As for reinforcements, you didn't think I'd be unprepared, did you? Look, help has just arrived.
Master Diviner, I brought you the guests. Though, it wasn't your order I received. So, General, even guests are on the payroll these days?
Well, since they're here already, I may as well make use of them.
Waduh. Kita akan
Entering the Matrix of Prescience
dimanfaatkan.
without my permission is a breach of protocol. Would be an ungracious thing to say in the present circumstances. I admit I'm pleasantly surprised to see you here. Qingchue is often unreliable, but she comes through for us when the need arises.
Selengkap akan kami jadi pelaksana perintahmu, ya kan? Kenapa?
It's nice to have people I can entrust with difficult matters. I'm not like the General, and you don't even belong to my commission. I certainly won't be
No need for the formalities. We heard what the General said. If you need something from us, just say the word.
Very well, then I'll keep this brief. The Divination Commission is currently understaffed. I need your help to restart the Matrix of Prescience's space terminals and eliminate... Yes, but you needn't worry. You have my Qingchue will accompany you. She'll be in charge of restarting the terminal.
I hath divined our future. We are destined to be errand runners. Forever.
What? Which
The universal one? Please?
Please.
Good enough.
Gila, pendek-pendek banget.
Were you shocked just now? Were you shocked just now?
Pendek banget. Nah, ini nggak ada. Oh, basah. Waduh. Easy boy. Mana hadiahku? Lah. What the hell? Dimana hadiahku? Lah. Ya, pintanya nggak bisa. Astaga, 50 aja dah. Nah, ini masih bisa nih.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Shadow. Test. Answer me.
Oh, oke. Ngerti.
The battlefield has been cleared.
Tapi di sini udah banyak. Aduh, itu embus apa? Oh.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Shadow. Answer me. 0 points. To lose. Test. Just as my calculations predicted.
Damn. Pro player lu Rubik 2x2 dilawan. Astagfirullah, di reset. Let's go.
Since when were knowledge and wealth mutually exclusive?
Pertama. Lanjut lagi. Oh. Wah, yang ini ada susah. Damn. I'm so good, bro.
Wealth shouldn't be a hindrance to the pursuit of truth.
Waduh. Nggak ada apa ya?
Can you find the answer?
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Just as my calculations predicted.
Bisa ya? Bisa deh.
With that over there, for the fear of the mediocre. There's no time to lose. Answer me. 0 points. Mediocre. Test.
Feeling spiffy? Here, try this!
Lah. Lah. Aduh, Hamek. Nggak crash anjir. Tadi nggak kenapa-napa perasaan. Coba. Ah, ah, ta-da-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra, ta-ra-ta-ta, ta-ra-ra-ra-ta. Hilang, ta-ta-ta-ta. Ya sudah, kita rehat dulu sejenak untuk sholat asar. Wait. Chill.
What was that?
Kaget aja.
Like a shadow.
Feeling spiffy? Here, try this!
Yeah. Buset dah di ulti saudara segitu.
I think something bit me.
Just as my calculations predicted.
Dah, easy boy. Sana ada apa? Oh, belum coba.
Wealth shouldn't be a hindrance to the pursuit of truth.
Let me see. This is the temporal terminal. Observes the potential of the temporal plane. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to time.
Oh. Oh.
That should do it. What? You just matched up those symbols. Is that it? The more complex something is, the more important it is to keep it simple. If it's so simple, why didn't your master diviner come and do it herself? Maybe deep down she just wants to be lazy once in a while. Like me.
Ada puzzle. Ada puzzle.
Like a shadow. Just zero grace.
Can you find the answer?
Answer me.
Buset, di ulti darah segitu. Aduh.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Feeling spiffy? I think something hit me.
Answer me. Hot to lose. Just as my calculations predicted.
Salah. Easy boleh. Pro player Rubik nih. Makan bang, makan makan. Makan makan makan. Santai aja bang. Makan aja makan. Makan ini kah? Bang Garap makan Paimon rebus kah? pakai resep yang telah lo berikan kepada gua. Kalau iya kasih tahu bang rasanya bang. Soalnya gua nggak nemu daging paimon. Aduh, iya. Bener gak sih? Bener.
What the heck is this? It looks like a
Yoi
walking
lah,
game.
kali ini dibanggang aja.
Take it easy. There's nothing supernatural
Enak
on the
tuh.
Cianzhou.
Jadi
It's an
ngiler.
automaton. It's guarding the matrix of
Well
prescience.
done.
They're
Well
stationed
done
at
atau
various
apa tuh bang?
strategic places.
Well done,
I
medium
feel like
rare
it needs
atau
a
apa?
sign saying mortals forbidden or something. Are you sure it won't fly into a rage if we walk past it? We're here by order of the Master Diviner to restart the Matrix of Prescience.
Passage.
March! You should join the Divination Commission. Quick, do something!
Bang, udah dapat belum bang? Wes, baca tenan. Burung. Keras leh. Ini juga masih ngumpulin. Astaga. Kita menang gak nih?
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Gigi. Masih nabung ini, masih nabung. Sabar ya.
This must be.
Astaga. Ya, nge-crash. Apalah. Kacau. Ya, gimana dong? Ya sudah. Mungkin ini gua restart jadi udahan aja dah streamnya. So, makasih banget 7 orang yang udah nonton. 7 orang yang udah nonton. 7 orang yang sudah nge-like dan mungkin yang sudah nge-share. Kita lanjut nanti malam mungkin. See you in the next stream. Call me Ari. Sampai jumpa.